let's talk combined 11s. The statement I've been given, no more than 3 Spurs players get into the Arsenal Spurs combined 11.
Who would I take out?
True,
False.
false.
You know, I'll say this right. There's a lot of players I would take in your squad, in our squad. Cause I think your players are good, right? But in the first team, it's a bit harder.
Destiny walks in.
So for
A doggy.
Yeah.
Left back.
Walks in.
Over what's Calafiori and Timber?
Walks over everybody.
What's Calafiori done so far in the league?
Didn't he get subbed off on the weekend for Destiny where Destiny got the assist? Go and heal your ankle, brother.
And Timber.
Go and heal your ankle.
Do you realise he's injured? Right? So remind me. So you're telling me when it mattered the most, when it came to the starting 11, our boy started, and when he got injured, your boy came as a backup.
Pretty privileged, man. It is what it is.
But don't forget, don't
This ain't Love Island.
You say this ain't no Love Island, but don't forget that if not for injury, our boy would have been starting at the Euros.
Yes.
Our boy did start at the Euros.
Yeah, because our boy got injured.
Well, he wasn't playing left back though. He was playing centre back.
He was playing, bruv. I'm talking about Destiny. We're talking about left back,
Yeah, okay,
right?
cool.
Destiny would have started for Italy at left back.
That's true.
If not for the injury, right? So I know that his form dipped a little bit towards the back in the last season, but the qualities that he's displayed so far in the league, for me, I can confidently say, yeah, okay, cool, Calafiori looks good, Timber looks good, but I don't see it as a...
They're still kind of unknown quantities.
Yeah, I don't see it as a diss for me to say, I'd, at this point in time, I'd go
Adoga's got the groundwork because he's got a season under him. So if you're going to use that, then there is no argument. But in terms of us seeing the quality of Timber in particular, not so much for me, Calafiori. I've only seen him at Arsenal in a few minutes for Italy. But Timber, you know there's something there with that guy.
Yeah.
And I think you give... But that's where he started for us last year before the injury, and that's where he's coming for us this year. So give him 10, 15 games, and I think this conversation is different. But if we're talking about groundwork, Udogie looked good last year.
I think Arteta would love Udogie, I can't lie.
I'll probably give him that.
Yeah, I think, as I said, I'll take him in our squad, but to start in 11 straight away, it takes time, man. I need to see him do a little bit more. And he's very young. How old is he?
He's 21.
Yeah, he's young. He's young, so I want to see him do it for a bit more time in a better defence as well. But yeah, I think he's a good player.
Let's work through the rest of the team then. Vicario, Raya?
So Vicario, for me, last season, he had a better season than Raya. He did. He had a better...
Who made the PFA team of the year?
Yeah, because you had the meanest defence in the league.
Yeah, so that... No, but also it's voted by the peers. So the other strikers have gone, this is the hardest keeper I've played against.
No, but you got that on a technicality.
Technicality, okay.
Yes,
Cool.
you literally got it on a technicality because you cannot say to me confidently that he was the best performing goalkeeper in the league last year. That would be a lie.
Yes, I can.
So do you believe that?
Yes, I do.
So you are saying on record, you honestly believe
Raya
that
was the
he
best
was the
keeper in the
best
league last
performing goalkeeper in the league last season?
Yes.
You are a disgraceful liar.
Why is that?
Because I know you.
Who had the most clean sheets? Who had the most clean sheets?
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I read Raya.
I don't think that the players think that. They
Are
voted
you
for him,
saying
bro.
Vicario was then?
No, I don't think he was the best in the league, but I think he was better than Raya last
So who was the best in the league last year if it wasn't Raya?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, you don't know.
I'm trying to think. Alisson was better than him.
Alisson. So why did the players not vote
That's
for
like
him?
a default answer. Like,
Yeah,
no,
why
no,
would the players not vote for him? That's what I'm trying to think. These are the players. It's not my opinion, by the way. These are the other players.
That question's put me on the spot, but what I'm saying is, what David Raya served up the first half of last year, he literally can't be the best performing goalkeeper. He got that on a technicality because your defence was mean. Yeah. You had Declan Rice, you had Saliba, you had Gabriel, you had Ben White, you had these men holding it down. So
yeah, but they were there the year before with Ramsdale as well.
They were there the year before.
And we upgraded for a reason. So look,
Declan Rice wasn't. Declan Rice wasn't, and you lot were blaming Rob Holding for catapulting your Premier League hopes because you were saying that Gabriel was monstrous, that Saliba was monstrous, that Ben White was monstrous. So let's not do this. He was. So let's not do this.
But didn't you do the same with Romero and Van der Ven and Udogie and Basuma?
Yeah.
These men are monstrous.
They only play together.
It was guys saying on a certain podcast, you have a better back four than us. Don't forget that. On a certain podcast, there was guys saying that Spurs got a better back four than Arsenal.
Who said that? I don't subscribe.
I said that about a year ago.
Oh, sorry.
What was that, FCM?
Of course. We were talking about individuals, not as a unit.
Okay, so you got a better individuals than us.
So as I said to you, we had Destiny. We just had that discussion. We can go through the rest if you want.
All right,
Porro
let's go
versus
for it.
Ben White.
Ben White every single day of the week.
Cool. That's what you tell yourself.
Broski, Ben White's the best.
I can't back that one. I can't back that one.
You're going Ben White.
I'm going Ben White. He's better
Have
than
some
Porro.
respect, bro.
Enjoy it, not me.
He's better than Porro.
Listen, I don't think so. I think defensively
Porro's
you could
good,
say
but Ben White
Porro's
is
good. Porro for me in terms of passing ability, one of the best in that position. Only second to Trent, if I'm not mistaken. How many assists did he get? 8, 9 assists last year from that position. Going up and down, engine, and I think the year before everybody talked about defensively questioning because what Sherwood was saying, bro, that was his first 6 months in the league. Since then, how many wings can we actually say have cooked Porro?
I still think he's got work to do.
But again, Ben White can do everything Porro does and more. He can invert, he can overlap, he can.
I don't think Porro could. No, he can't attack. Going forward, he can't attack.
Ben White can attack.
Ben White's
He can't attack like Porro. You said he can do everything Porro can do. He can't attack like Pedro.
So here's the thing. I think
I think
going forward, Porro is better, but defensively,
he can agree. But he can't attack like Pedro.
No, Porro's better than him as an attacking, overlapping fullback primarily. But in this modern day football with systems and
so it all depends.
If you have one that can tuck into a free, go into a two-man midfield. We've even seen him in final third midfield positions at times.
I think
you're sitting on the fence, bro.
No, I'm not. I think Ben White is better than him. I literally said it. I think Ben White is better than him.
You can think that. That's fine. But for me, I'm telling you, I think Porro, in terms of what we need for our team, and in most modern day fullbacks, you want an attacking fullback nowadays. And Porro, for me, is the prototype
who suits
of that.
Pep more?
Who suits Pep more?
Yeah.
The guy that used to play for Man City.
You're talking about his
play for Man City, probably.
Yeah, but he could, but Ben White would definitely. You know what Pep would do with a Ben White?
He doesn't even want.
No, I know that, but you know Ben White would suit exactly what Pep's been doing the last 3 years. Centre backs across the back four, whether it plays right centre back or right back invert. Porro doesn't do that. No, but you just mentioned in modern day.
That's the last 2 years.
Modern day. Pep ain't the Bible to modern day football, you know.
But he's changed football to the point where
for copies and don't mean everybody else.
It's not just my gaffer. It's gaffers all over the world are copying him.
Listen, they can, but I'm saying in terms of the modern day fullback, I think Porro is the prototype for that. I agree. Ben White, I think, has shown he can play that position, no problem. Going forward, I think Porro is better. Defensively, I think Ben White is better. Who would I prefer? I think Porro, because he's more.
Porro is
I
good.
still look at Ben White.
Porro is
There's moments. Put it this way: 2 years ago, I thought the link up with Ben White, Odegaard, Saka was almost indestructible. Last year, I felt like that kind of faded away a little bit, and it was because of Ben White's lack of almost effectiveness in that final third, if that makes sense. And I was like, bro, it's moments like this where you still look like a centre back masquerading as a right back.
So there's arguments for 3 positions there: Porro, Udogie, Vicario. Do you want to go into the centre backs or just move on?
Look, Saliba will get in there.
Yeah, and
I think the other one is where we need to discuss.
Gabriel Van der Ven.
Van der Ven, we're just leaving Romero out of this. Because just a minute ago, you lot were saying, hey.
So what are you saying here?
I'm saying Saliba's. I've given you Saliba.
So out of the back 5, you're giving man Saliba. We've got the best defence in the league.
Yeah, the best defence in the league. You're giving us. We should be giving you something, man.
Who else is in there? Who else is in there?
I said already.
I'm making the cases for the other.
What other Arsenal players are in this back? What other Arsenal players are in this back 5, in your opinion?
I said for me, it's Vicario.
Is it just Saliba?
For me, Vicario and Destiny. That's the ones I'd say.
You see, because this is
based off their body of work.
But this is the crazy thing, because if you look at it, last season you had the best defense. What was it? How many clean sheets? 15, 14?
15, yeah.
18.
No, more.
It's always going to look crazy if you say anybody should beat a bugger, because as a unit, you were the best. But I'm looking at it individually. That's the difference here.
But football's a unit game.
It is a unit.
So it's very important to be good as a unit.
I give you lot Destiny, and that's it at the back 5. That's how I see it.
Fuad, do you think if Arteta
had
your back 4 that you'd have the best defence in the league?
No, because I think Ange puts our defence at a disadvantage with the.
No, he said if
Arteta had your group of defenders and goalkeeper, would
he
Tottenham
still have the best defensive record?
Yeah, would Tottenham have the best defensive
I think he would.
in the league?
I think he would. Genuinely.
Interesting.
I do think Arteta's system definitely does help you. Like, you lot can't deny that.
I think also with the
but you lot don't have a Ben White, you don't have a Timber, you don't have these. Like that's where it differs. You don't have the fullback.
We don't have
we
don't have a Declan Rice as well.
Yeah, our fullbacks are more wing backs.
Yeah.
Your fullbacks are actual centre backs.
Yeah, because you need that as well. Because your forwards aren't as good as our forwards either. So you need the fullbacks to help you out. So we don't need that as much. We can have Ben White show at the back, and likewise Timber, and have the rest of the players do their jobs instead.
I would want Ange to have Porro chill at the back.
Would you?
A little bit.
I would.
He's more effective going forward, though.
No, he is, but I'm saying I don't want him to be playing as a number 10 every single game. I don't want it to just be. And I think this is one thing that I've been saying it for the longest time. We conceded 61 goals last year, so the default is, Spurs' defenders aren't that good. Romero was.
They played together 15 times.
Romero was fantastic last season, I'm going to say, and Van der Ven, one game. There's only one game anyone can point to where they can actually say Van der Ven was weak in Newcastle. And it happens. But Gabriel, there are games I can point to. Same for Saliba. So
yeah, that's true.
What I'm saying is these guys individually, you're watching them most weeks and you're like, these guys are actually putting in some good performances. And Spurs are still losing. Spurs are still conceding goals. Why is that? Why is that?
Systematically.
Exactly.
I think our high line handicaps that defence so much, and we've always used Van der Ven as almost like a get out of jail card. And you saw against Newcastle 2 weeks ago when Van der Ven wasn't there, was still playing the high line. Romero gets caught out.
But I don't even think it is just playing the high line. I think it's more how the manager uses the high line.
Yeah.
Right? Because Van der Ven, he is suited to playing the high line. Romero, he's an aggressive centre back.
But
he's a front foot
not doing it for 99 minutes of the game.
But it's not even about
There
that.
needs to be rest periods.
It's more about
watch.
No, it's more about can you set up your defence in such a way that you're not putting so much burden on your centre backs. That's why I'm saying, Porro, you don't have to be playing in number 10 all the time. Defend with 4, defend with 5. It pisses me off. Honestly, it pisses me off. I'm watching Newcastle, and Newcastle was probably one of the few games last season, or few games I've seen in a while, where like we're playing a high line, but we're ready for the counter attack with 4 man, 4 man ready to defend against Newcastle's runners at times. And we don't see that enough. We don't see that enough when we're watching Tottenham.
All I've learned from this is you two need a channel. That's my takeaway.
All I want to say is this: our 2 centre backs. Okay, cool. Spurs fans will say I'm selling out for this, but I don't think our 2 centre backs are as good as Arsenal's 2 centre backs. But I want Arsenal fans to acknowledge that our 2 centre backs are class.
They start for most teams in the league, 100%.
Right, and I want Arsenal fans to.
Why don't we do that? We'll give you the centre backs. We'll take the full backs.
Whoa, full backs.
I think that's fair.
Full backs.
Porro, you
relax.
doggy. So, I actually think that's the perfect back.
Ben White is clean, one of the best defenders in the.
All right, let's go to midfield now. Let's go to midfield.
This one's easy.
Who are the indisputables?
This one's easy. Sorry.
Go for it.
Odegaard, Maddison, Declan Rice.
Okay.
Sorry.
There's you happy with that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually think that's
Don't mind that.
perfect.
210s.
No. I don't want you to say don't mind that. You should.
I don't mind that.
That's the guarantee.
Well, Maddison's the guarantee.
So what's the guaranteed for you?
Well, no, I think right now from what we're seeing, but we see Marino play as an actual left number 8.
Piss off,
I feel like yeah, because Maddison's a 10, bro. I'm looking for an 8.
Go fix his shoulder, bro. Come on, man. Don't chat to me, bro.
Nah, but
You are not having.
Nah, I'm just
Marino as a left
games,
8
bro.
over
No,
James
I'm just saying, bro. You're using 2 10s and 1 6. Do you realise how effed you would be in the actual game like that?
Might be better than so.
Bro, Maddison
No,
was...
but if we base it off, okay, let's base it off the last 12 months. Maddison's form dropped off a hell of a lot last season. Let's say that same form happens this season, and at the same time Marino comes in.
And can you tell me Marino's form last season?
No, but what I'm saying, let's just,
Mourinho,
what he's saying,
Mourinho.
what he's saying,
My
is
point
it
is,
could
my
change.
midfield
It
would
could
be more
change.
balanced, right? You don't have 2 10s and 1 6. I don't want 2 Odegaards in the same midfield. I want a number 8. I want like a 6-8, like we have with Xhaka, right? And so Xhaka is a...
So why are your fans?
Marino's a closer profile.
But why are your fans complaining about Declan Rice playing in that position now? Isn't he?
Because we know he's
Really,
better as
shall
a
I be honest
6.
with you?
Isn't he a 6?
If Bentancur had the last
Bentancur's
year
a more
playing
closer
football,
profile,
I would have definitely, it would have been Rice, Bentancur and Odegaard.
That's what I'm saying.
Madison's in there because
That's a better
Bentancur
balance.
hasn't and we don't have an 8.
Yeah.
So he's in
That's
the
a
8.
much better balance.
You
I like
get
that.
what I'm saying? So
That's what point.
For balance, but you're talking about balance, cool. But I'm talking
If we're
about
playing FIFA, yeah, put Madison
no.
in the team.
Don't say if we're playing FIFA. Let's
Yeah,
not
I'm
do
putting
that.
Madison in 100%.
Let's not do
That's
that.
you guys
Let's not
fast.
do
This is a
that.
nasty
Let's not do
little
that
way,
because I'm seeing you man play Declan Rice in there, and he's turning like a double decker bus, and you're not liking it. You're not liking what you're seeing. You want someone in that position with more guile. So there's no way on earth you're telling me a midfield of Maddison, Odegaard, and Declan Rice are not going to mash work. They're going to mash work. Simple.
Yeah,
I
but
think
we're
it'd be
just
very
as
good.
good off the ball as on the ball. And I don't think Madison
low-key,
Odegaard works. as
Madison,
well.
but Madison works hard off the ball.
Doesn't mean
Odegaard
it's
works-
good off the ball though. You can work hard, but you have to be good as well.
Yeah, but
he's
Odegaard
not
is
as good
good.
as
Odegaard is
he's
good
not
off
as
the
good as a
ball.
dual winner as maybe like Marino is. Naturally, he just isn't.
Because
he
he's
just
not.
isn't, bro.
Yeah, but it's not about. It's not always about constantly winning duels. You've got a dual.
No, but
monster
you
there.
need that as
Yeah,
more.
but you've got a dual.
I
monster
can
there,
run
Declan-
back all the time, but if I can't win the ball back, don't
Yeah,
matter.
but
does
you've
it?
got a dual monster there in Declan Rice.
Yeah, as a 6, and you got
That's
another
like
one
me
in front
saying.
of him.
Oh, so Man City. That's like me saying Man City when they had Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, Fernandinho.
So you always want to play with two
So-
sixes.
Sorry?
You always want to play with 2 6s.
No, 6-8. That's what it is. You can have a 6, a natural 6 like Declan Rice, a 6-8 like a Marino, and a number 10-8.
I don't know. I think Maddison could play the 8. I think for Spurs,
He can play as an 8, but I don't think he played alongside.
I think if you did that, Odegaard would be the 8, and then Maddison.
Yeah, that's what
would
I'm
be
saying.
the
You have to balance it
final
out
third
differently.
player.
let's do it.
If you
I just think it's too attacking.
But I agree. I think if Bentancur was fit
Yeah.
for the year
That's a
and
much closer
showing
profile
what
to what I'd
he's
want.
kind of shown in
100%.
spells, he'd be in for balance for sure.
I don't want to long this out, but just in a quick word, Pape Sarr, do you rate? I mean,
That's
I've
another
always
one.
enjoyed
Pape
watching
Sarr.
it.
I think very underrated.
He doesn't make.
He's not in the
doesn't make
conversation.
lines for me.
He's only 20 or something, no? 2021?
Do you know the thing with Pape Sarr? I love him, jack of all trades, but I don't know what he's the
fine.
master of. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So it's kind of.
Doesn't make this team.
All right, so with the front three then, what are we saying there?
Surely, come on. Surely this one should be open.
Saka's in. for sure.
Kulusevski, Solanke, Son. No, I'm joking.
Saka, Solanke, Son.
Not Solanke. No.
Why?
Son, I'll give you for sure, but no, I think Havertz is better than Solanke.
Why?
100%. I think he's
Based off what?
I feel he'll score more goals. I think for what
So
we
why
need
do
in
you
house.
Feel he will, but he hasn't.
I think he'll work better with Son as well. Havertz.
Yeah, Son can play out down the middle as well, but what we need for
Do you
what we
disagree
need
with
right
that?
now from
I
Havertz.
think Solanke's
So
link
why-
up play.
I don't think Solanke
You
is
just
better
said
than
you
Havertz.
two they disagree.
No, he just said that, and I'm like,
He said it. He both just
Havertz will work better with Son.
what's the
Yeah, I
evidence
think
for
he
that?
would.
He would.
I think he would
for that?
Because the type of
he's a very
striker
good
Havertz
combination
is.
striker.
The type
Do you not know what
Solanke
Solanke is the type of striker as
Solanke
well?
wants to be in the box sort of majority of the
he's
time.
more-
He does, man. He wants to be on the end of
link
things,
play as
man.
well, bro.
But he
Handles,
wants,
man.
compared to Havertz, you're telling me that you can compare Solanke being up front
Of
to
course, a
Havertz.
midfielder is gonna
No.
be able to
That's what we're
naturally
comparing
wanna
right
link
now.
Solanke
Who will
scores
create
goals
more
as well,
space in behind, Havertz or Solanke? Who creates more space in behind?
Solanke.
Creates more
Nah,
space.
bro.
What?
Come on, man.
Solanke was
I'm not even a
This is
Havertz
Turkish
fan.
tactics.
Solanke
I'm
was
not
top
even a
20.
Havertz fan.
So why
But
you
Havertz will
speaking
create more space than Solanke. 100%.
In front of the
100%.
defense, not behind it.
Behind it. 100%.
I don't agree.
We'll see with
personally.
Sterling this year. But Son would work well with Havertz.
Oh, so you're backing Raheem
Ooh,
Sterling.
hey, Sterling.
We'll see, he
Wait
should.
till you see Sterling.
Havertz should get 20 goals. Sterling should rediscover some of his best.
Wait till you see Raheem Sterling as well.
They
I forgot what
should.
Raheem
Oh,
Sterling
okay.
is.
Remember that.
Should. Because I was watching the live stream on your channel.
Don't worry about them live streams.
I feel like
Get me.
in my front three, I think that's a very good balance. Son, Saka, goal scorers. Havertz can provide, score goals as well. I think it's perfect.
No. I think it's Solanke for me. So you're going
Solanke.
Son, Saka. I'm going Solanke, Son, Saka.
Saka, Havertz, Son.
Same. Saka, Havertz, Son.
Wow.
Nasty.
Okay.
Reality is I'm playing Trossard false 9 over all of them, to be honest. But,
Shout.
all right.